So I have shared these things with you, mainly because you are seekers. If you are not seeking, I don't have to share anything with you. But since you are seekers of the same thing, I am a seeker. We are co-travelers on the same journey, same path. And as a co-traveler, maybe a little more experienced in this physical time because of my age. I'm just claiming some credit for my age. Just because I'll turn 90 this year. Therefore, I'm claiming some experience ahead of you. And somebody comes here, I bow to those people who are over 80, over 90, just for the same principle. Just because of that, I'm sharing these experiences that we are travelers, that our minds create doubts, our mind creates skepticism, which is good. Very often it's very valid skepticism to avoid our being trapped by people who are not masters, but claim to be masters. To avoid, because everything can be copied by people for the sake of business, for the sake of money, for the sake of fame, for the sake of many reasons. And they can copy a perfect living master and say all those things and become like that. But they will get angry if you use a safety pin. They will be lustful if you give them temptation. And they will be possessive in order to get your wealth. They will have all the weaknesses we all have. Therefore, we can test them out very quickly. Yet they will say the same things. You cannot judge from what people say. Judge from how they act. Judge from what they do to your heart, to your soul. Judge what you feel inside. And don't be in a hurry. Ever. Take your time. We have been here a very long time. This physical body was a very short speck of time. We have been here over and over again. And we will stay over and over again, even though we are ready. And that master, perfect living master, comes. Perfect. Because he is coming from above the mind. Everything below the mind is imperfect. Perfection is only above the mind. Perfection only takes place when you see totality. If you see parts, it's imperfect, no matter what. Here's a beautiful picture of my master. When I look at it in one glance. Beautiful. I can cut this picture into several pieces, 1-inch squares, and see it over and over again. I can see 1,000 times. I never see the master and never enjoy the picture. Seeing something total is very different from seeing partial. Mind sees only partial. Mind does not have the capacity to see the total. Mind is analytical. It breaks it to pieces even if it is total, in order to understand it, in order to see it. Therefore, it can never see the total. It's always imperfect. Soul is perfect. It does not go into divisions. It goes into seeing the total. My soul looks at this picture. I remember my master. I remember the whole thing in one go, in one instant. But the mind can start analyzing. No, that doesn't look like the right beard of his. His was more white beard, I think. I can start the questioning and analyzing and spend my whole life with analyzing. Some people do that. Some people want to analyze. While I say skepticism is good, there's a point at which the analysis must stop. What are you analyzing for? What's the end? Are you analyzing for the sake of analyzing? Or is there an end to your analysis? Why are you analyzing? If there's a goal for analyzing, set a time limit. Say, I'm going to test out this thing. I'm going to examine this. Skepticism is good to avoid getting trapped by these people who are just playing a game with us. And yet, skepticism shouldn't go that far that even when we are having evidence, one after the other, we are still saying, I'm still skeptic. Evidence comes in the two forms. One, your own experience inside, whether it's in an alteration in your own outlook in life, whether it is in the external experiences you are having, or the internal experiences you are having, or the coincidental experiences you are having, where the inner gut feeling tells you the same thing which an outer sign shows you. There are many signs to show you that you are on the right track. So I can go at length into some talk with you about the various signs you can see if you are on the right track, either in identifying a perfect living master or on your own spiritual growth. But there are good signs even available to us here. But the best sign is if you are pulled by the unconditional love of a person who can talk to you not from his learning, not from books, directly from what he's experiencing as he talks to you. If you can find such a person who talks to you and the love grows unconditionally, follow that person. As simple as that. Therefore, I have shared these things to you as co-travelers. So if I have said something that you didn't like, you dismiss it. And what you like, you practice it. But don't leave it here. Take it with you. If you have found some useful tip in your own experience, in your own meditation, use it. So very often we hear some good tips, but we leave them where we hear them. They go in from one ear, and as we leave the hall, they go out from the other. So keep them with you and practice them, and I'll see you next month again. Thank you very much.